had a client come to me years ago. He was a young man that had adopted a Pomeranian for his mother years ago from a friend of his that was moving out of the country and could no longer care for this Pomeranian. His mother had recently lost her husband and was quite lonely, and so he thought adopting the Pomeranian from this friend would give her the companionship that she needed at that time. She ended up becoming really close and adored this Pomeranian for years, which she renamed Pearl. They were best friends and they spent all of their time together. Unfortunately, his mother developed a debilitating tumor that took her life several months later. Devastated by this, her son was faced with a decision of what to do with Pearl. He worked a lot and there was no way for him to care for this dog, and he felt guilt associated with abandoning this dog and bringing Pearl to an adoption center. He ended up having a neighbor that he knew that was also in a situation where she was lonely because she had recently had a situation where her children moved out of the home and she was quite lonely as well and was looking for an animal companion. And so it seemed like a perfect situation for her to adopt this Pomeranian, Pearl. And he contacted me because he was unsure in his decision on whether or not it was right or if Pearl wanted this or would she prefer to stay with him through his connection to his mother. The interesting thing is when I connected to Pearl in the session, it was not Pearl. It was a new soul that popped in recently and she called herself Aria. And she explained to me that Pearl had already left the body and Aria had come through because her soul contract to be with this new neighbor had already began. And it was time for them to unite and they were going to be joined as pairs moving forward. When I explained this to the man, he felt a huge sense of relief and was excited to know that Pearl was giving permission through Aria to allow this Pomeranian to go to a new happy home. What I learned through that session and many subsequent sessions following is that our animals have interesting soul contracts with us, and they have the ability to not only walk into bodies, but they are also placeholder souls. And what that means is that the animal doesn't always have the same soul its entire life. I have seen dogs and cats with souls anywhere from two to several throughout its lifespan, depending on the family it's living with and the conditions in which it has planned ahead of time. It's much easier for animal souls to come in and out of the body, and it is also easy for them to reincarnate. And sometimes animals choose to upgrade. So when their bodies get older and they are more limited, they will choose to leave so that they can reincarnate into a younger, more vibrant body. Animals are ascended souls that are part of our family soul network and are absolute treasures in our reality. And in so many ways, they can support us, not just with one family, but some souls can pop into many different animals, as well as many animal vessels can provide the space for many souls to come through to be the companions and guides and guardians for multiple families throughout its life. What a beautiful gift.